Now, remember when you were growing up, your mom was like, don't talk to strangers? This probably was some sound advice that we all took, and sometimes we didn't take it seriously. You meet a new friend and say, hey, how you doing? My name is whatever it may be. And if it's another kid, great, you played together. But this was meant to protect us. And it's good advice because we live in a world where a lot of things could happen. But what about strangers helping you become a millionaire? Now, let me get to my point. So I was talking with a friend the other day, and they were saying things like, oh, my business, getting support from friends and family, it's not a lot. And I told them, don't worry about it. I've been there and everyone goes through it. And don't get discouraged because your friends or family don't see the full vision. It may not be a shot at you. It's just, one, there's only so much they can do. And two, maybe they just don't get it. And if they do get it, how much can they really contribute? So I thought of this line on the spot and I said, only strangers can make you a millionaire. And that's true because when it comes to a service or a product or whatever you're trying to sell as your business, it has to be people you don't know that get you there. And it seems kind of like, really? But it's pretty straightforward when you think about it. And that's why I try to look at it that way, because every person that you don't know is a potential client or customer. Eventually they go from being a stranger to someone who patrons your business. Now, the point I get to this even is using my own experience. Anecdotally, I've actually had occasions where talking to strangers have led me to bigger opportunities. So I'll give you one example. I used to use Snapchat to network and do other things. I post content on there. I really don't use it at all anymore. I still have it, I think. But the point is, there was someone who I reached out to, a stranger, and it was just on some simple things, nothing extreme. But they saw what I was doing. They were like, hey, that's pretty cool. You should come to our business where we have a wellness fair going on. I would love for you to bring your mental training services there. So I'm like, sure, no problem. But she said, unfortunately, I can't pay you. So I'm like, cool. So I go there, all these different people working the event, networking with the employees, they loved it. So one stranger went to hundreds of strangers, and lo and behold, at that event, that business ended up contracting me as a vendor a few months later. And since then, I've worked with them since 2018, 5 years now to the date. And I've done a lot, made a lot more money. So you can see how being available and open to other experiences, other people can be very beneficial. But this is not limited to just the business. A lot of times we get caught up in saying, no new friends. That was a popular thing by, I think, Drake a few years ago. But that can limit us because sometimes the new friends are not necessarily better than the old friends, but they give us openings to new experiences, mindsets, because a lot of times we live in these echo chambers where everyone agrees with us. Sometimes you need people that kind of see it differently. Not saying they combat you, but having an open mindset can lead you to have more innovative ideas and thinking and just have a better quality of life, because social fitness, as they call it, can help with a lot of dynamics with your overall well-being outside of just, the day-to-day stuff like living, eating, making money at a job. So think that in consideration, because knowing strangers or getting to know strangers could be the thing that you need. So even though your mom said not to do it, I want you to go to talk to some strangers. Be safe though, and get your mind right. Have a great rest of your week.